we find our hero down but not out on the draw with quite the nice hand. Yeah, this is we have an early blocker and then just tons of mana, including ramp. And typically we have a good matchup against mid-rangey black-green decks. They don't really do that well against cards like Worldbreaker. Green-black deck doesn't have very many cards to kill a Worldbreaker, and it also doesn't have many exile effects, so even if he does kill it, good chance it's going to be coming back. On the other hand, though, Tireless Tracker is something that can be a little bit of a problem. My opponent plays a Tireless Tracker here, I will be eager to fire off Kozilek's Return. Tireless Tracker is one of the few cards that can actually get out of hand. And what in the world? Wow. Alright. We've got a brew on our hands. That's exciting. And our mana is actually just like perfect. When it's true. Take a little bit of damage, but it's no big deal. Mindwrack Demon is a sweet card. Seems like our opponent's probably basically just testing the Delirium strategies that are available. So I don't think it would be crazy to fire off Kozilek's Return here just to kill the morph, but I think we'd rather just do bigger and more powerful things and continually ramp up our mana. Our opponent can't flip his morph, I was going to say, and play Mindwrack Demon, meaning our Chandra is going to be great, but unfortunately he's able to do something almost as good. What we can do, though, is just good Kozilek's Return. So our opponent has enough mana to flip his Dem Protector and get this back, which is kind of a real problem. We get Chandra in -3. Also Kozilek's Return and Nissa's Pilgrimage. And then cast the Endless one on the following turn. Yeah, I think I like that. The most our opponent can attack us for is 8, knocking us down to 6. But we're going to be able to wipe his whole board on the following turn. So I think that I like that. I have to make sure I don't tap wrong. This also means that our Nissa's Pilgrimage is going to be able to get 3 forests. We get some nice card advantage off that. And now we will be able to Endless one for a bajillion. Our opponent can't Transgress the Mind it. Our opponent can't arrest it. So this Kozilek's Return is happening. Our opponent is whacking us a healthy amount. Excuse me. And now we can just cast a really big endless one. So it needs to be at least 7, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll make it for 10. Oh, and our opponent just concedes. A very reasonable thing to do. So I doubt our opponent has much pressure he can put on us. There's like a fair amount of ground creatures. I actually don't think that I want Gaea's Revenge. What I do want is just more ramp elements. I guess you just want to take out the Sylvan Advocate, bring in the Archive, the Explosives, Worldbreaker, and the Ulamog. Um, Probably do want the Gaea's Revenge. Trump Sylvan Advocate and Mindrak Demon. Yeah. So you brought in 2 extra ramp spells, took out the Sylvan Advocates, and just made it so that our threats are a little bit more appropriate in the matchup and plentiful. And a little slow that we're not going to do anything until basically turn 5, because casting Explosive Vegetation on turn 4 isn't really that impactful, but, you know, like the Chandra has a good chance of just catching us up. So if our opponent has something like a Transgress to the Mind or Duress, which would be completely normal, I would expect our opponent to have some discards. Gonna kind of blow up our spot. But that's what we're gonna hope to dodge. Or if he does transgress the mind and take our Chandra, hopefully we'll draw another. If you're worried about discard spells, mulliganing certainly isn't the right. And this is a great way to take advantage of the fact that our opponent isn't putting a whole lot of pressure on us. Mindrak Demon's a little bit of a problem, though. Not gonna deny. Worldbreaker, though, will certainly help. And we will actually be able to play Worldbreaker on our following turn. That's quite nice. Potentially knock our opponent off of green mana. If our opponent doesn't hit a green source, I say there's blood in the water. Oh, that's not good for us. Actually really bad. So let's see here. That Ob Nixilis is actually a huge problem. What to do? What to do? Really need like an Ulamog to deal with that. Would be the best way. We Worldbreaker into Worldbreaker. We're just gonna die to the Ob Nixilis minusing twice. We play Chandra, just gonna die for free. I guess if we play Chandra, we can plus it, attack the Ob Nixilis, and then we can double Worldbreaker and you won't be able to kill the second world. That doesn't really do anything. Could really use an Atarka here. Atarka would be good. Oh man, this is tough. I think that I have to just Chandra -3 just to kill the Sylvan Advocate before it gets too big. Just make sure I didn't play land yet this turn. And that will potentially soak up some damage. Not really what we want to be doing, but, you know. Opponent is taking some damage. Kind of nice. He only has land, sorcery, creature. I wonder if Mindrack Demon's actually going to be like insane in the upcoming set. Seems like Delirium is a bit better. And Mindrack Demon's a nice enabler. There's the tracker. Oh, 2 clues. Yeah, it seems like her hand was just a little too slow. We're almost able to catch up, but this Ob Nixilis is just too problematic. So let's see here. If we could have fit like another removal spell in somehow, we could sacrifice the Sanctum of Ugin and get like Ulamog. That would be great. And another land drop means our opponent's attacks are lethal. I haven't played a land yet this turn, so I might as well just play the Oath. If we can hit a Dragonlord Atarka. Gaea's Revenge is a nice card. Not particularly good right now, unfortunately. We are basically dead. I mean, I guess we can play this and kill the clue. And that means our opponent's next attack would only hit us down to 1. I'm going to try to take this opportunity to kill the Ob Nixilis. If for some reason our opponent doesn't have a land drop, maybe there's a way out of it for us, or if he misplays, but I think for the most part we're just like stone dead. That'll kill us. Oops. Alright, so I don't think I want to do anything differently. Most part, I like what we got. Explosive is a problem, but I don't think we really have a good way to sideboard to make that change. Yep, so we're just going to run it back. So I'm going to keep this hand. Mostly because we have this Oath. You can basically count that as, drastically increases our chance of drawing a land. We do have Kozilek's Return to be able to take out like a Tireless Tracker, which is important in my mind. We have a ramp spell in the form of Hedron Archive. So we just need to hit 2 lands with our next 3 draw steps and this Oath of Nissa, and we should be, for the most part, off to the races. Our opponent seems to have a tough choice on whether or not he should keep his hand. What we're really asking is in our next 4 land drops and Oath of Nissa to have 3 lands. I think it's safe to just fire off now. Ugh. I really liked that Nissa's Pilgrimage. Could be in trouble. Certainly don't think a Sylvan Advocate would help us here. That was a godsend. So can we hit 1 more land drop in our next 2 lands? This is Pilgrimage here would also be nice, but I will certainly take a land. I'd rather want the Pilgrimage, obviously. I still can't do anything. Our opponent seems to have blue mana. I wonder if that's for Dragonlord Silumgar? Painful Truth. A good way to take advantage of the fact that we're not attacking. Opponent does have to discard, but I don't think he actually cares too much about that. Now, if we can hit 1 more land drop, we've been doing pretty good on the land drops. If we could hit 1 more this turn, and like pop that Quagmire, that'd be real nice. Oh, not the right one. So, a little unfortunate, but at least we're all set for the following turn. So, opponent's going to have a little bit of tempo, but for the most part, we should be in pretty good shape. And a Chandra is kind of nice, actually. Although we can't play it this turn. We're going to be the take. And I do not have any intention of sacrificing my Hedron Archive to draw cards. We have plenty of gas. All we want now is more mana. Oh, another one. So we do get to kill both of them, which is sweet, and kill a land. I do like that part. Yep. Kill your land and your 2 creatures. GG.